The 2024 National Midget season is still a ways off, but we'll update you today on who's planning full-time runs. Plus, we'll talk James McFadden's visa status and his high limit season. And we'll get into what's been developing with the 360 ASCS and its very murky future. Let's go. It's Wednesday, February 21st. I'm Justin Fiedler. This is DIRTRACKR Daily. I'll start today's show off by addressing the current situation around the American Sprint Car Series. I was hoping to wait until things were a little bit more clear before we talked about this, but I've been getting a ton of messages about it, so let's just get into it. Rumors are flying at the moment about the future of the 360 National Series and all of the connected regional sprint car tours. The 2024 national schedule is slated to kick off March 1st and 2nd at South Texas Race Ranch in Corpus Christi, but things are very murky at the moment, and that event could be close to changing structurally. Terry Maddox assumed control of the ASCS from Emmett Hahn back in 2021 and has operated it the last 2 seasons. But it sounds like Maddox's time at the helm has come to an end, and that the Hahn family is back in the mix in a major way. This has been playing out for a while, but over the last several days has ramped up significantly, and it's finally started to leak out onto social media, which isn't a surprise given how many tracks and drivers are affected by this. I spent some time on the phone yesterday with a 360 car owner that's involved in this. I've seen a bunch of text messages, and I've heard all of the same things that others have. This is an area where things are very fluid right now, and it's a situation that will continue to evolve in the coming days and weeks. Chatter on the internet points to a possible sale of the ASCS to dirt racing's main player, but it sounds like those rumors might be a bit premature. I'm not saying a sale won't happen or that it's not possible, but I've gotten the indication that we are still very early on any of that. 360 Sprint Car Racing was supposed to be a less expensive way to go racing a sprint car versus a 410, but the rising costs of everything have changed the balance. The cost of a 360 engine isn't all that different now than a 410, but yet 360 payouts are usually quite a bit less. So the economics of a traveling 360 tour have become increasingly difficult. What any of this means for the 2024 ASCS season and beyond, nobody actually knows at the moment, regardless of what they post on a Facebook group. Again, the rumors are rampant. Some of them are oddly specific, but nothing has been settled, and there are way more questions than answers at this point. Hopefully this all gets resolved in a positive way because sprint car racing is already trying to deal with splintering at the 410 level. Issues with the ASCS will only add to the unrest that we are kind of dealing with currently, so stay tuned. We'll get more into the high limit weekend tomorrow, but I did want to make a quick update about James McFadden. He didn't race last week at East Bay because of visa issues and getting here from Australia, and he's not on the entry list again for Golden Isles this weekend. Dominic Scelzi will again be in the Roth 83 as a sub. Jeremy Elliott at Sprint Car Unlimited talked on his 90 at 9 video today about McFadden's status and confirmed he's still waiting on approval, but does expect to have it any day now. After these 2 high limit shows at Golden Isles, the high limit goes quiet until April, similar to how the All-Stars used to structure their schedule. They race early on down south, then go quiet, kind of for that early part of the spring. So hopefully with more than a month in between races, McFadden will have his status worked out. As we talked about before, this will effectively end McFadden's chances at a driver championship with high limit, but the Roth team will still be in line for the owner side of things and the high limit charter situation. I'll be curious to see how McFadden's future plays out as well, especially as it seems as though his career is really starting to blossom here in the US. Depending on the reliability of the Toyota engine, he could be a real threat with high limit this year, and there exists a situation where he can stack up the wins. But he told Jeremy Elliott not long ago that his time as a racer in this country is limited and that he will reevaluate his future after this year. He's got a young family and no home in the States. When he comes here, he actually lives out of his RV. It would be a shame to not see him continue racing here full time, but I don't think anyone can blame him for wanting to be home in Australia more. So we'll see how this goes as well. We are still several weeks away from the start of the National Midget season, with Xtreme getting going March 15th and 16th indoors at DuQuoin, and USAC not kicking off until April 26th at Kokomo. We haven't talked much about full-timers for either, so I thought today we could kind of run through what's been announced so far here over the last couple of weeks and months. On the USAC side, Zach Dahm is the newest full-timer there. Announced just yesterday, he will tackle the full schedule with Texas-based Ramco Racing, with whom he raced a few times late in 2023, including wins at Belleville and the BC 39. This will be the first time since 2014 that Dom will be out full-time with USAC, but he has chased the Xtreme Championship the last few seasons, including winning it not last year, but the year before, and that will continue as well. So he's going to run both national tours. Also signed on with USAC are Kyle Jones with car owner Corey Joyner. Jake Andriotti and Matt Westfall will race for the new Four Kings Racing. Kevin Thomas Jr. has joined Mount Stout for a full slate. Zach Weigel will be a rookie with Chad Boat. Weigel was actually the 2023 USAC Midwest D2 midget champion. And we know that Logan Seavey will be back with Abacus Racing to defend his 2023 national championship. So that's 7 at this moment we know of. On the Xtreme side, besides Zach Dom, Chase McDermott will tackle the series again, but with Dave McDalby. Ryan Timms is back with Keith Coons. He's going to actually run the full Xtreme schedule. He did not do that last year, as will Gavin Miller. Miller was 3rd in the standings a year ago. Mount Stout will campaign 3 cars with Ashton Torgerson, Jaden Clay, and Tyler Edwards in those seats. And Hayden Reinbold is back after picking up his first series win last year. That makes it 8 right now for Xtreme, and some drivers that we know won't be back on either side full-time include Jade Avedissian and Taylor Reimer. Both will make select midget starts this year, but are shifting more towards pavement racing. If you aren't aware, they're both part of the Toyota driver development program. There are plenty of other drivers who will likely be back full-time as well. Like I'm assuming Justin Grant will return to the RMS Racing midget for a full USAC run. There just hasn't been anything shared officially that I've seen. There's still plenty of time, though, for the rest of the full-timers list to shake out. Like I said, still a couple weeks until Xtreme and well over a month until USAC gets going. Besides this show, there are plenty of other dirt racing podcasts to tune into each week. Every Wednesday, I run through the other recent episodes to spotlight those other content creators. Obviously, I want to try to elevate people where I can with my platform. If we can, a rising tide raises all boats. So that's why I try to do this every Wednesday. This week, you can check out Tyler Courtney on Wing Nation, Bryce Dews on Dirt Tracks and Rib Racks, Casey Kane is on Hoagie's Garage, Jeff Smith on Dunewich on Dirt, Billy Dietrich on the Turn 2 Terribles. Billy also has a great YouTube channel. David Heileman on Plum Wild, and there are new episodes of The Dirt Reporters, Dirt Track Confessions, and Racing Roundup. If you want to see all of these podcasts in one place, including a list of their recent episodes, jump over to DIRTRACKR.com/podcast. You can find all the podcasts, links to everything. You can click and listen right from that page. All right, that's it for the Daily Show today. Make sure to stop by DIRTRACKR.com to see all of the latest dirt racing news and to sign up free for our email newsletter, The Slider. I know I've already talked about this, but we did send 2 new issues of The Slider here not that long ago, but you can sign up for free, get those in your inbox. Lots of good stuff coming in from those. If you'd like to contribute to The Slider, we are obviously taking new submissions as well. I hope you guys have a great Wednesday out there. We'll see you right back here tomorrow.